Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in. For today's video, we're going to be installing this brand new AccessPort mount that Mach V Motorsports just came out with. Without further ado, let's just get right into it. I'll do a quick unboxing for you guys and let's do a comparison with the old AccessPort mount. Alright guys, here we have it. So I had to move over to my table just so I can really show you guys this mount. So this is the brand new AccessPort mount that Mach V Motorsports just came out with. In my opinion, I think this is the mount that we've all been waiting for, for a couple of years now. But don't get me wrong, the current AccessPort dialed mounts are great. They're the pioneers for integrating the AccessPort mounts to the car itself just to make it look as OEM as possible. But this one from Mach V Motorsports is newly redesigned with some improvements. And to start off, you don't have the backing anymore. The current design, which I'll show you guys in a little bit, has that backing that extends up just like this with a magnet piece in the center. With this piece, it is no longer existing, and so you're not going to have that issue with the magnet falling off or anything like that, just because it's a solid piece. And it came out of the box just like this. It came with the 2 bolts and an Allen key along with the piece itself, and it's in 2 pieces. I'm assuming this is so it directs the air back out to the vent, so just like that. And lastly, I think the biggest difference and why someone would go from the current dialed mount to something like this is these mounts are injection molded, so there's no more lines. Since they're not 3D printed like the ones in the market, this one is actually just smooth, and you're gonna get that slightly little better OEM finish in my opinion. So if you guys can see that, there's no 3D trail lines or anything like that, and it is actually really cool. I still have to install it to really give you guys my personal opinion on it, but so far it looks promising. I haven't seen any videos of it yet aside from Mach V Motorsports themselves. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started on the install. All right guys, so here is the existing AccessPort mount that I've used for a little while now. I have nothing bad to say about it. It's been a great mount, but I want to see if this one has any benefit. And I know a lot of concerns with the current mounts on the market is that it hits the windshield. So I'm curious to see how high this sits up, and I guess we're about to find out. Basically, if you try to remove it, it hits the glass, no matter what you do. So just a little side-by-side comparison before we get started on the install. Here's the backing piece that I was talking about. Basically, the magnet is gone, and it sits nice and flush. So a lot of the folks purchasing this mount are probably just like me, and you're probably coming from this one right here. Basically, if you're starting fresh and you don't have any mounts just yet, what you want to do is pry the vent, the factory vent out. Just get a prying tool and carefully pry along the sides here, and you should be able to take it out. But for me, I need to take these bolts off to gain access to the cord, and then I'll show you guys what to do next. I just need to get this one unmounted. So you just want to push up right here to get this entire backing up through that slot. There we go. And there we go. The mount is released. All right, so I was right. This opening right here redirects the air back out through these vents right here. And the old one, if you guys can see, is it's really nothing to it. It's simple backing. There's no slot or anything like that to redirect the air. I mean, it still works, but this one's probably gonna work a little better. So let's go ahead and get it installed. All right, so from the box, it's gonna come like this with these things screwed in here, but you just wanna simply take them off so that you have individual pieces. And you wanna set those bolts aside for now. And what you wanna do first, after you've rerouted your cable and everything, which I'll show you guys in a minute here, but I just wanna get this installed for now. Simply wanna loop that through. Just like that. Since this is a little bit bigger than this cutout right here, it's not gonna drop right in, and you basically just wanna maneuver it. So what I'm gonna do is from the bottom left corner, put that side in first. Just enough until I get the other side in. Then you wanna make sure that the vent pops in place, just like so. And you'll know once the vent is in there, it'll literally just click in place. Just like that. All right, so once you get that in place, you simply want to take the top, put it over the second piece. But I did notice one thing. If you notice the old AccessPorts, they come with a retention clip, just like this, that goes under or it goes over, so it keeps it in place, and you can unplug and plug in your AccessPort with one hand. But I noticed this kit didn't come with one, so this seems to be bigger than the actual clip itself. So Yeah, I'll have to reach out to the guys over at Mach V Motorsports for that, but let's go ahead and finish up the install and then I'll provide my final thoughts here. Yeah, like I was saying, once you get the bottom piece secured or clipped in, you simply just place this over the top, just like so, and then you get your bolts and then simply screw it in. Okay, so if you currently don't have an AccessPort mount, first thing that you want to do is to loop the cable through, feed it through the bottom, all the way up top. And in order to do that, you need access to this section right here. So what you want to do is you simply just pry this off. And it comes off just like that. And then the next thing you want to do is to get a screwdriver and remove this screw. And then after, you'll need to pull this entire piece off to gain access to the back. And this entire piece should come off, just like so. You can actually see the AccessPort cable that I have right here. And I just simply looped it from the plug all the way through the vent. And that's it. Okay, so there we have it. It is now fully installed. About this mount, I love the look of it. It's nice and flush, and you don't have those 3D printed lines anymore. It sits a little lower than the old mount, which is always good. So there's actually some space right here. I do like the fact that the bottom piece is designed so that it redirects the air out, which the old one didn't have that. I think the only downside, there is no retaining clip. So basically, when you pull the mount out, you have to use your other hand to press down the clips so that the AccessPort comes off. Just like so. And then vice versa, when you're plugging it in, you know, you have to hold this down and plug it back in, you know. So like I said, I like the way it looks. It's highly functional, but I'm gonna go ahead and reach out to Mach V and keep you guys posted on what they say about this, or maybe it's just the design the way it is. But you know, the only issue with this is this connector can fall straight through the bottom, you know, if I push it down, and that's gonna be a huge hassle for me to retrieve this piece. So like I said, I'll keep you guys posted on what they say, but for now, I think this is an awesome mount, minus that one flaw that I mentioned. All right, guys, we just finished the install, and overall, it's a great product. Aside from that one minor issue that I pointed out, I wanted to give you guys my honest review and my honest opinion on this product. And no, I didn't get this for free. I paid for it just like anyone else. Overall, I think I'll be keeping it. You know, I like the way it looks, but if there is an update from Mach V, I will go ahead and let you guys know for sure. I'm not sure if that piece was designed using the thicker AccessPort cables, but you know, as you guys just saw, mine goes straight through. So other than that, I think I'll be closing out the video here. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one.